Hello, welcome again to Think Marriage channel. Remember, we are talking about raising kids, raising kings this time around. How do we raise kings? He said concerning Sarah and concerning Abraham, out of you shall proceed nations and kings. So what are you raising your baby as? Are you raising your baby as a king, or raising your baby as one of the people, a member of one of the nations? He said, out of Abraham and Sarah shall proceed kings, and shall proceed also nations. Okay, raising a king is a different ball game. What are you raising your baby as? You see, many a time parents raise their babies as nobodies in their home and expect them, these same babies, to behave as kings outside. No, it can't work that way. If you want to raise a king, understand the values of kings, understand what kings do from day one, and begin to program the child as a king. You can't just talk to a king anyhow, anyway. You can't treat a king anyhow. And a king, in response, does not talk to you anyhow, does not treat people anyhow. So those values are what you inculcate into the baby from babyhood. How do you think the way you were raised, or the way you are raising your baby, do you think it's the same way royalty is raised in the present day? I read a story of a little boy, a 1-year-old boy. It was his birthday in my country, my country. A 1-year-old boy, a grandson of a multi-billionaire, a grandson. It was his day of his own birthday celebration, and this 1-year-old stood welcoming guests. Just giving each and every one of them a handshake as they walked in. At 1 year old. At 1 year. Think about that. 1 year is usually the time that the mama or the papa would want to hold the child to take a photograph. That with, fellow children, or even the one they take alone. Because the child is listless, restless, cannot, stay in one place. No, it's not the function of their age. It is a function of your training. What are you training? What are you raising? Do not blame them if you don't train them. Do not blame them if you do not train them. If you want a royal baby, look, many of us were not born into royalty, okay? And if royalty is important to you, your son, your daughter could be trained that way, and you are the first trainer. They may not be, a king of this nation or that nation. They may not be that, but they will operate as kings in their own chosen area, chosen career, chosen field. They will operate as kings there. Are we flowing? So it's something that you have to think about. How am I raising this child? Am I raising this child as an ordinary child, or as an extraordinary child? Am I raising this child as just a normal kid, or as a great kid? Am I raising this child as a peasant, or as royalty? How am I raising? What am I raising? What am I expecting? Am I seeing greatness in his future? Or am I seeing just an ordinary man, an ordinary woman
who ends up ordinary out there? You have to be able to answer that question or these questions. Okay, answer it to yourself and then begin to effect what answer you have for yourself. For what answers you have, concerning these questions. Begin to effect them. Because, look, a king does not emerge just like that. There are steps. There are steps kings take early enough. Some were born to ascend that throne, and they are also trained to ascend the throne, okay? Some were not born that way, but they are programmed, trained to take the throne. I see you getting there, and I see your children performing excellently and taking thrones on earth. Thank you. See you at another video, and remember to click the subscribe button and the notification button in order to know when Think Marriage rolls out another video. Thank you and bye.